My name is Gramey Browne, author of Learning the Business of Life. And I do these short interviews with professionals. I take them way back to when they were boys and girls, 7, 8, 9 years old. You would be surprised to see who they were back then compared to who they are now. So do me a favor, click subscribe, ring the bell, and give me a thumbs up. While you're doing that, I'll start asking the tough questions. Okay, so I'm here with Mr. Mike Ingram, and this guy is just a world-renowned coach. But now that he's here on Statia, the Golden Rock, we want to go way back to find out about where he started, how he started, his dreams, his hopes. We know he wasn't born this good, and he wasn't born this old. So, Mike Ingram, welcome to Central Stations. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm just glad to be back here. I had a great time a couple years ago, and last year coming, and they had that big airlines thing where all the flights got grounded, and so just really looking forward to coming back this year.
Okay, thanks. We're happy to have you back. So now I want to go all the way back, as far back as you can remember. And I know us guys, we get this, all our memories is not as great. But as far back as you can remember, like 7, 8, 9 years old, who was Mike Ingram?
You know, my journey is a lot different because, we grew up a little different than the kids in the States right now. We grew up with playgrounds. And so every day we were playing something, baseball, basketball, football, the horseshoes, just doing it all. And we also had middle schools and so we played a lot. Played basketball as a varsity player in high school as a sophomore, played 3 years. But right after I graduated from high school, I didn't go to college. I went right to work and continued to play and would tell guys to go to college. They didn't want to work and stuff. And after a couple of those guys graduated, they came back and said, Mike, you should go to school yourself. You're the best. You're the best out of all of them. So at about 21, 22, I went to college for the first time. And it was really unbelievable because a guy came down to watch another guy play on the playground I was playing, offered me a full ride scholarship.
Oh,
right
wow.
There. Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
I tell kids all the time, if you think you're as if you're as good as you think you are, others are going to notice. Yeah. And somebody noticed that you were really that good.
Yeah.
So let's fast forward a little bit now. You were a teenager. You had hopes and dreams. Was basketball or sports like your ultimate?
Yeah, I started concentrating on basketball. I was fortunate enough to go to high school with Tony Dungy, and Tony Dungy was a guy that I think he's the first black head coach in the NFL to win a Super Bowl.
Oh, wow.
And, yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame. We went to school with him. He was very talented, but he was the first guy that went to college that we knew about, but didn't really piggyback off that. Didn't really see it. His mom and dad were professors in college, and so they knew a little bit more about going to school. Didn't know, but it really helped me out because as I started having my own family, that was the goal right from the start.
From the start,
my kids were going to go to college and play basketball, and they all. So
if you love what you've seen and hearing so far, do me a favor, click subscribe, press the bell, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up.
My daughter played at University of Michigan, played in WNBA. My son Justin played Division I at the University of Toledo. Played 10 years overseas. Now he's a associate head coach at Toledo and in their Hall of Fame. And then my youngest daughter won a state championship. Wow. Scholarship, and then my oldest son played in college also, and so we guided them there. Correct. Kids just can't make it on their own. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to be basketball. But if a kid has a talent, we have to make sure that we can guide them and get them there. And that's what I've been good at, is just guiding not only my own kids, but kids that come and play for me. Just giving them just showing them how to do it.
And I'm trying to do the same thing myself, because I believe generational wealth is making sure that every generation does better than the one that came before it. Yeah, because if we don't do that, it doesn't get done.
Yeah.
Now, if you were a teenager now in this age, I mean, with all the distractions, you got social media, you got TV, you got just everything. So much information coming on at the same time. Can you picture yourself growing up now?
No doubt about it. I think that right now, I think I would. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I think I would be a phenom just for the fact that I was really good. My dad told my son one time, he said, your dad was a pro in 3 sports. He was a pro in football, basketball, baseball. But our parents had worked then, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. When me and my son got outside, I said, shoot, that's the first time I've ever heard that one right there and stuff. Because, you know, but now people see you.
Yeah,
you can make films of yourself.
Right.
People come out and see. Coaches have more access to you. You know, some guy come and say, "Hey, you're a great player. I'm gonna start taking you to AAU events. I'm gonna put you on these teams and stuff." So I think that that I would have been. And now kids now are 7th, 8th, 9th grade. They're already being picked out to be the next guy.
Be the next
you
guy,
know, the next big time athlete. And back then, it just wasn't.
Happen.
It was a couple guys doing
you didn't really have full access.
Yeah. So give you an example. One of the biggest camps ever was the Spring Arbor High Exposure Camp. That camp was 10 miles from where I lived at. Never knew anything about it. So, you know, but, you know, we weren't pushed that way then.
That way at the time. So, let's say now what you do. I mean, you've been coaching, you've been doing this for so long. Is this now, can you imagine yourself doing anything else? Do you see yourself retiring and saying, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do something else? I mean...
I don't think I want to do anything else. I've got a couple grand boys that are really nice athletes, really good basketball players, and my son and my wife and my kids are saying, you know, when you retire, you're going to go coach their AAU teams. I don't know if I want to do that, but I do see that they need what I have to offer because, you know, I want them to be a little more disciplined. I want them to know how to work. I want them to have the right drills. So, for instance, my camps are, you know, I get 150 kids every camp. My camps sell out 2 and 3 months in advance.
Wow.
And the reason they do that is when my kids were young, my own kids, I used to do Magic Johnson's camps. I did Michael Jordan's camp. I did Dr. Tucker's camp, who used to be Magic and Isaiah Thomas and them agent and stuff. Their camps were huge, 400 kids and stuff.
Oh, wow. And
I just didn't think that, and they were great because all the stars were there, but I didn't think that the kids were getting the training and the learning that they should have. Great camps now, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But I said, when I do my camps, when it's time for my kids to come to camp, I did my camps for my kids. I did them so that they would have a week-long instruction. Everything's going right. Games that were right under me. And so when they got through playing, I was like, hey, I'm not doing camps anymore. And then they encouraged me. They said, hey, Dad, just keep doing it. So I've been doing it the same way, you know, for years. I really put a lot of time and effort in my camps. I'm really excited about this camp because I try to come here and kind of run the same camps that I do. But this time, Miguel says he really wants me to concentrate on shooting. And one thing I can really do, I can really teach kids how to put the ball in the basket. So I've put some time into preparing for this to make sure that I concentrate on that. He doesn't want a lot of dribbling. He doesn't want a lot of passing. He thinks, he says that the kids here can do that their athleticism in them is helping them do that. But he really feels that they need to, you know, get their technique better, learn how to take better shots and make shots. And so I'm really looking forward to that.
So now, picture yourself, you're on the court, you're about to walk out, there's 150 kids. You got to look back and give them the last words that Mike Ingram is going to say to them before you jump in a car, get to the airport, get off the island. Well, what are you going to say?
I'm just going to say, you know, just whatever you're good at, try and be good at. It doesn't have to be basketball. If it's something else, just give your best effort. I'm going to tell them that I'm going to give you the drills to work on, and that you have to be consistent. You have to work every day. If that's what you want, if you want to be a basketball player, if you want to be a football player, if you want to be a soccer player, but in this case, basketball, that you just can't come to camp and do it. You have to, work at it and be, consistent.
Thank you so much, Mike Ingram. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks. Yeah.
Thank you for taking the time.
I appreciate it. Okay.
Remember, the only limits in business and in life is your imagination and determination to succeed.